Hello everyone, this video is a shorter version of my earlier one, Build Celestia from Source on Windows Part 1. In this video, I will just show you the essential steps without explaining all the troubleshooting details. So for this example, we are going to build into this folder. And let's start by opening the developer prompt for Visual Studio. I'm going to cd into this folder. Now the first thing you do is git clone. I already git cloned it, so it's fine. Second thing you do a git submodule update, which I already done, which doesn't do anything, which is fine. The last thing we do is to make sure I set the download folder, and then let's do a new application, which I already done, which is going to generate the JSON files, and then do this one, and eventually do vcpkg install. This will finish very quickly because I have already installed everything. The next step, which is the most important part, to generate as the actual solution files, just to remove all the build files in case you have already built it before, and then I'm going to run this command. Now this command is worth explaining. The first part here is to set our root variable to this variable, which contained all the installed packages for our solution. And then we are going to use this variable in specifying those three parameters to deal with the issue with the epoxy library. And then for the actual build toggles, those are the important ones. We are going to enable Q6, disable Windows. This is something I wasn't being very specific about, but make sure you pick this pair, or you can do Q5, whatever you want, and then disable NAIS. And then this one, I don't know why it's included, but it's included. And then also include this one. So we're just going to run this one. And then that is going to run vcpkg for you, which we have already done it, so it should be very quick, and then generate all the stuff. This whole process shouldn't take more than a minute or so. And then you see it's all good, right? So here, as I was saying in the previous video, because we actually haven't installed Q6, we are not able to do that. Let me try, in this case, do false and change this one to true. Now we have the build files. So let's go to the build folder and open the Visual Studio solution. Here I'm just going to make sure I have picked all build and just pick debug x64 and press F5 to actually build it. This whole process is going to take about 15 minutes. Alright, now we have finished building, and as you can see, there are quite a few arrows going on here. If you go to the arrow list, you can see there are some issues with this variable, href. I don't know what is happening with this. So far, once again, I haven't been able to find a reason for this. Alright, so that is the Celestia source code. The other part is the Celestia content. You do roughly the same thing, clone, make the build folder, and then for the CMake, make sure you set ImageMagick executable, ImageMagick convert executable, and ImageMagick identify executable path. And the generation process should be fairly straightforward for that one. Thank you for watching.